Hello YouTube, this is Arisu. Today I'm going to show you my Glacial Lance build. So I made this build because there's so many lightning element builds that that we have on 0.3, and I also noticed that the usage of spear is actually low. Like almost everyone is playing either bow or spark, and I really didn't notice any spear builds aside from the twister ones. And those builds already existed back in 0.2, so it's like, I don't know, man, like there's already like a lot of twister builds. So I decided to make something that is not twister and lightning, and the only skill that I probably like the only skill that I saw is pretty much Glacial Lance. And Glacial Lance, when I was making a decision if I'm going to go Lightning Spear or Glacial Lance, I noticed that Glacial Lance has actually pretty decent multipliers on it compared to Lightning Spear. And on 0.3, Lightning Spear has been nerfed, as we all know, because 0.2 Lightning Spear is really fucking broken. They buffed it by having increased damage when you have Frenzy Charge, and they removed that on 0.3. So overall, the base multiplier of Lightning Spear is really dog shit now, but it's usable, but it's really dog shit. So now on Glacial Lance, I don't think it got nerfed. It's literally untouched. To be honest, like I never see any changes on PoE 2 DB. So I went with it, and what I loved on this Glacial Lance though is this second tier here. So we have initial hit with spear, so this one has really AOK damage, but this explosion is different, bro. This thing has so much fucking multiplier, bro. Like it's really fucking crazy, right? And the only way to maintain this explosion is by having Frenzy Charge. So we went Deadeye here, obviously, and since we are using Deadeye, we'll be able to utilize Cold Shots. And what Cold Shots does is that it automatically applies any mark on nearby enemies, so you don't need to press anything unless you really want to. But this has a limit though, it's like every 5 seconds, so it's kind of like dog shit as well, but you know, we gotta get what we gotta get. And aside from that, we're gonna get all the Frenzy Charges nodes that we can reach. First of all, it's Frenetic. Aside from having +1 to Frenzy Charges, it also has 10% chance when you gain Frenzy Charge to gain an additional Frenzy Charge. So meaning that we it stacks on this one, so it's like 60% now. And aside from that, we will also get the Fabled Stack, which has 40%. Aside from the duration, we also have skills have 10% chance to not remove charges but still count as consuming them. This is huge. We really need this, because it also stacks on Perpetual Charge, which has the same effect, but this one has 25%. So we're gonna put this on our Glacial Lance and this one, and then boom, there you have it. Our most important notable related to Frenzy Charges. And this one is just the usual plus to the limit of Frenzy Charges and duration and whatnot. But yeah, as for the passive tree, it's really like crit nodes. So we're gonna take this usual crit nodes here. We're gonna take Harmonic Generator since it has 25% crit hit chance on shock, and we also shock using our Storm Lance. I forgot to mention we're gonna use Storm Lance to inflict shock, but our Glacial Lance also can inflict shock. Albeit it's like kinda whatever, but yeah, I mean it still can inflict shock, so this is really useful. And then yeah, like the damage node, crit here, crit here. Then we also get Stupefy, which is increased damage against dazed enemy, and another crit damage bonus from our Time Lost Sapphire. So I just took that. And then dizzying hits for another crit hit chance against dazed enemies, so that's really good. And another crit nodes here, and then yeah, so we will just pretty much get all the crit nodes here. I went for this Dispatch Foe since this is 80% increased critical hit chance if you haven't dealt a critical hit recently. This is really good. That's why I pat over here. And since we're padding over here, I made sure that we're gonna be using our Viper Cap because, you know, we're gonna go over here and just take all the surrounded nodes. You know, the usual movement speed, attack damage, and attack speed while surrounded. And you know, since we're gonna be using Herald of Ice, we will take this one. We're also gonna be using Trinity for our damage boost, since we actually have decent amount of elemental disparity here. Like we have 14%, like as you can see, like our fire and cold is really decent to each other, and our lightning is like whatever, but you know, still we're still gonna be benefiting on our Trinity. What else? Honestly, that's pretty much it. Like we just have like acceleration here, and then our, you know, more crits and whatnot. You're gonna get your Prism of Belief +3 all Glacial lands if you want to, and then you also, our Megalomaniac though is just whatever, man. To be honest, this is really not needed. By the way, you don't really need this. I only took that because, like, even if I don't need this, I can just take Fabled Stag if I want to, but I don't have any currency. I'm really broke, so I can't really buy any good Megalomaniacs, so I'm not gonna bother. But yeah, aside from that, this is just the usual. You're gonna buy a a large ring controlled Metamorphosis for Harmonic Generator, and that's pretty much it. This is pretty much our passive tree. Now for our gears, you would want your spear to have 50% physical damage and preferably cold damage, but I'm poor, as I said, so I just bought like a 4 divine spear. This is literally dog shit, as you can see. Like, it's whatever, bro. I just took like the most necessary stats that I needed, which is crit hit chance +4 to attack and onslaught. You can you can dish onslaught if you want to. You can just get like a normal attack speed suffix. That's fine. I actually prefer that, but onslaught is also nice for, you know, just general mapping, since you're constantly killing mobs and shit. After that, obviously Viper Cap, Require 5, obviously what you're gonna need. Hybrid jacket, your triple flat gloves. This is also like dog shit, but you know, as I said, like, this, my gear is literally like the bare minimum, or not even bare minimum. It's like just to make it functionable, right? And your your boots, movement speed, triple movement speed or double movement speed, whatever, and Headhunter, and then Sacred Flame. My Sacred Flame is, again, kind of made. It's like one Chaos Orb, no cap. I bought this for 1 Chaos Orb, and I corrupted it, and that's the outcome of the double socket, which is I prefer like 70, or like I prefer overroll of this extra fire, but you know what, it's fine. So yeah, for this one, get any spear and then just get Almond Scepter for Malice. So when you like use your Storm Lance, it's gonna switch weapon. As you can see, switch to another weapon, and then yeah, that's pretty much it for the build. I'm gonna go run down on the skill gems or support, but you can also see it on POB. But I'm just gonna explain what it does. So, Spear Stab, you poke your if you want to do the Wind Serpent Fury combo on the bosses, just poke. Oh, I lagged. Okay, just poke, right? Just get it. Just put whatever, like rapid attacks, blind, poison, and blindside, and pinpoint critical. You know, just to get the frenzy charges. And then cold shots. It's obviously sniper's mark, charge profusion, and prolonged duration. Glacial lance, perpetual charge, deliberation, stoicism, defy 2, since we're running Viper Cap, so we won't be running out of mana, as you can see. Even if we have no mana, it's gonna be fine. And Rakia's Flow. Storm Lance is Commiserate, overcharge inhibitor so that it doesn't consume friendly charges when we have it, and then multi-shot and Defy 2 as well, so that we can still cast Stormlands even if we have no mana. As for Barrage, sorry. As for Barrage, heightened charges, efficiency 2, rapid casting, perpetual charge, and total recovery. Sniper Smart, charge profusion, duration, efficiency 2 as well. Second wind for 2 stacks of our Sniper Smart, as you can see, and cooldown recovery as well. And the usual Ghost Dance, you know, Compression, Precision for accuracy, and then Ultra's Augury. This is not really needed, but I have it, so I'm gonna use it. Trinity is whatever. Ultra Exodus is fine. You know, if they're not, since we can't really slot in anything on Trinity. Herald of Ice is magnified area, so more coverage. Ambush, 100% more critical hit chance when enemies are in full life. Elemental Focus, super critical for crit damage bonus and bounty. And Combat Frenzy, charge precision as well, and the Alice Desire, so that we can just like get this, you know, additional effect here. And roll amount with Brutus Bane, so it doesn't die. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this build. The build is really like high. It really has like insane amount of damage potential, and if you have like high investment on this build, you can like ditch some of the damage nodes, or like you can sacrifice some damage in terms of like on passive trees, but I can't afford to do that since my gear is like really dog shit. But if you have like really good gears, you can go invest in survivability more, since you already have so much damage anyways. That's also an option. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for the build. Thank you guys for watching. Have a nice day.